Hi.
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 Hey.
Hi.
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 We are the scientists
And tourism operators.
Leading reef restoration
In the Whitsundays.
Let us show you what's going on.
If we can utilise the amazing knowledge and capacity of operators to start replanting coral and aiding rehabilitation of the reef and really fast-tracking natural recovery, but importantly use science to help validate the effectiveness of this, we can start to generate this sort of positive feedback loop. So operators plant more, the research is able to learn more, and we can pass that information back to the operators to do even better and even more. So this has been what we call our scale generator. We've overcome the problem of operating and planting at scale, which has been a real limitation for coral propagation and gardening practices elsewhere in the world to date.
Yeah, and it's good because the operators, previously it was like that company, that company, that company. Now we're all coming together for the greater good, but we're all coming together on the one premise. We want to preserve what we are here for. You know, we want to be able to have this here again for the next 10, 20, 30, 50 years.
So what the goal of the coral projects is anyway, is to assist the recovery of the reef at 3 sites within the Whitsundays. So Black Island here behind me, Luncheon Bay on Hook Island, and Blue Pearl Bay at Hayman Island.
We want to aid Mother Nature. We're never going to take Mother Nature's role in any way, shape or form, but if we can aid Mother Nature a little bit to show these international tourists and domestic tourists what we have to offer here and the beauty that's out there underwater, I'm very, very pleased to be part of this.
For our site setup here is kind of 3 components. Firstly is the nurseries. So the nurseries are about here in this sandy bit, this one here, and they will go 1, 2, 3 from the shoreline. Component 2 are the science bommies. They've picked 3 bommies where we will all plant this afternoon, quite intensively in a little circle on top of each 3 bommies. And then component 3 will be where you guys plant, it's just the tourism planting area, and it's all around the nurseries. Search around, which we'll do for tomorrow, for some fragments of opportunity, and that just means coral which has fragmented off other colonies, which would otherwise die. And then you can get that, if it needs fragmenting down into smaller pieces, you do that, and then you use the coral clip.
It's an amazing opportunity to be able to give back to, I guess, the community where we are, and we want to keep it pristine. We work in the tourism industry, especially in the Great Barrier, because we love what we're doing. It's really a job of passion, and we want to be able to show the world how it is like. And I guess being able to be involved in this project is doing this and making it the most beautiful as possible, but also making sure it lasts for our grandkids and the future generation to come.
One of the critical aspects for us in the past is that tourism operators had been really looked at by the scientific community as just beneficiaries of knowledge. And for us that was a really odd framework, because elsewhere in the world it's the stakeholders that really have the capacity to really steward the reef. There's the local knowledge, people are on the reef every day. So for us this is really a partnership, it's a proper collaboration. This is a community-led program. It's the community on the front line doing all of the work, the propagating, the planting. Us as scientists are simply here to help ensure that all of that effort is really having an impact and a positive impact, and that it's validated through an independent lens.
One of the key goals, I guess, of the Whitsunday Reef Islands Initiative program is to make the Whitsundays a global hub for inshore fringing reef stewardship. We're trying to explain this idea that the people who live here and are actively involved in the reef day by day take a role in managing and protecting and enhancing the reef, and thus they become stewards.
Our number one thing about the business is we want to be able to contribute to the local environment here, help preserve and protect, educate people who come and travel with us, and leave a legacy of something behind for our children and our children's children.
all the things that we learn through this Whitsundays Reef Islands Initiative are about stewardship, are about increasing local capacity, so that when this funding ends, and when Reef Catchments, role in it ends, the tourism operators and the local people are equipped to continue. And that's the vision.